Alright, so we are back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video. Now, I'm kind of getting back into the groove into making videos on a regular basis again. I won't say it's like every day, but you know, it'll be more frequent, hopefully. And today we're going to go through all of the new expansion set stuff. If you haven't seen this stuff already, it is the Broly deck and then as well as the Gogeta deck that features the Hatter Mastery stuff and as well as the Gogeta stuff. I mean, before anything else, honestly, looking in, you know, at in a tunnel sort of basis, in a just facts and on paper, this is really good. This is really good value. Honestly, if you don't have any cards, like for me, I've always put off Path of Greatness and Hatter Mastery and all the other stuff because I didn't play that stuff. But now, because this is just $40 as far as MSRP and $30 if you pre-order in certain sites like Game Nerds, it's a really good value. Like honestly, this is probably one of the best, I would say, expansion sets that are useful. And not only that, all the stuff is gorgeous. Honestly, if you take a look at it, which we will, I wholeheartedly believe it. If you feel the same, if you don't feel the same, etc., let me know in the comments below. Order it with my affiliate link. I'm gonna throw that in every single time. And subscribe if you're new. Because let's take a look. So this one has the new art for both sides. So if we look at this one, it has the, like, I don't know why they don't show the other side. I mean, people who don't know, if you get linked this, you won't know. But the other side is the regular Awakened Threat, Unawakened Leader for the art. And then this one is the new art. And then this is the Broly starter deck, or the structure deck. It is a 50 card deck. It is a full deck, basically. Like, if you take a look at all these cards, I don't know if it will correspond with the original cards and make those prices go lower. But, I mean, if you pay $30-40 for this and get all of this stuff, like, honestly, I would skip on the other things. And we'll take a look at the other one, too. So it comes with the actual playable deck, a random foil set of all of the new cards of the 18 promo cards, but this is probably going to be the biggest, well, I wouldn't say the biggest issue, but the hardest things to get, similar to the draft box that we are experiencing right now for the pull rates. I would imagine that these have the same sort of issues for pull rates. If I had to take a guess, some of these cards, I don't know about the playability just yet. Like, some of these are just kind of hit or miss for me, which again, I'll go through. I think it's going to be a little bit hard to collect a playset since they are 5 random cards from 18 promos. And then we have 2 promotional cards that do come with the actual set. So there you go. And then, yeah, so we'll take a look at these after we look at the deck for this one and as well as the Gogeta. So you do get the Awakened Leader, or the promo leader with the new art. And then we have 3 Crusher Ball, 3 of the 3-drop Kid Ku, the one that, you know, KO. And it is something to note that, as far as I know, obviously I don't have the product in hand, I don't think anybody does, the rarities for these are the same rarities that it came out with. So for instance, the super rare are in foil, but the other ones, the commons, uncommon, whatever it may be, the promos that didn't come in foil will not be in foil, right? So if anybody can correct me on that or have proof on that, let me know. The other part of it is that it does have 3 Hatter Mastery, which is pretty legit. They still go for like $3 or $4, if not maybe a little bit less than that. And then the other part of it is that it does include 4 Path of Greatness. Like, I've been putting off buying Path of Greatness forever. They're like 6 or 7s right now. That's the time of the recording. And come on, like, this is just great value in general. Yeah, the original sets or the original arts for them will lower, but that's kind of a good thing as far as a reprint, because this is a power booster, and I've said this many times, all the power boosters are going to be hard to get in the future. Not only that, is that if you don't like the art, which I don't know why you wouldn't, you can always pick up the other ones for cheaper as the price goes down, because that's just how reprints work. Then we have the swap engine. We only have 2 of the 2-drop Goku, which is whatever. Then we have 4 of the Gohans. We have 4 Successor Hope. We have 4 of the Grandpa Gohan. one Banisher Fu, one Scientist Fu. Pretty cool for Overwhelm, both very usable, very cool. For the super combo, for just a Time Magic to Frieza, the one that you pop something and it gets played for free, and then the Evolve Chain Broly. So if we take a look at the other one, the Gogeta one, this is the new art. And of course, just like the other ones, we do have the 50 cards with the actual deck. And before we look at the arts, this is the deck itself with the promo leader for Objection for Bean. Yes, not like the starter one where it comes with what, one bean. Like that's a slap in the face. But 4 of the reprinted new art Bean. That is pretty sick. 2 Whis, 2 Shrouded Mystery, pretty sweet as an overround tech. 4 Deadly Defender of Gogeta. And if you notice, they picked this one as well as the Burst Goku. Yeah, Burst Goku. And then into Gogeta Revived, or you just hard cast it, that sort of thing. Super combos, Dimension Magic, and then all the red stuff for the Unbreakable, and then Fusion Materials, and then for Veku, which is also very, very cool. This is another reprint that if you just left it as a promo in the future, if it became super meta or something super hard to get, this would be outrageous in price. But now, because it is a set thing as far as a playset and as well as a reprint, this is great to see. Now, I didn't look at the alternative foil or alternative thingy things. Let me look at it. And that is because it's on a completely different side. So these are all the arts. Honestly, if you see me change my icon to one of these or one of these over here, this is why. Because they just look so good. Look at this. Look at the Sensu Bean. That looks so good. I just love it. Shrouded Mystery looks fire. Some people don't prefer like the face and the back, but because it has a magnificent stamp in the back, and then this sort of full art thing going on here, which I think they should really continue. Like, this is a really good direction for art. Maybe not the background here, but I don't know what else they would put back. They would probably do like if I had to pick a choice, like a blurred background of like Fusion Reborn. I don't know. I'm not too much of an artist when it comes to that kind of stuff. But this stuff like here, like this contrast between the yellow and the blue, which this one doesn't have a sample on, maybe a mistake on their part. But yeah, the Unbreakable looks fire, and some of the stuff, because they come in playsets, are super playable and constructed, not only for this constructed deck, but you can put it in your own deck and just use it as reprints, and that's probably what most people are going to be doing anyway. And then we have some of this stuff, again, the Path of Greatness being reprinted, the Champa being reprinted as this big Chungus looking boy here is just great. The Crusher Ball, I was about to say Jason Crusher Ball together, but that looks great. The Hidden Mastery, honestly, like all of these look great. Look at this little boy. Look at this big ass foot in this little boy. That looks weird. More that I look at that, actually. I should click out of this. And then now we have the Successor of Hope. Like, honestly, every single one of these look great digitally. I'm sure they're gonna look great in person. Just let me know what you think as far as these goes. If this is the right direction, if they look ugly, which one another favorite, that sort of thing. While we're here, they do go into basically the premise of the deck. If you were going to recommend a deck, or at least a preset thing for a new player, I would highly recommend to see if they can be interested in one of these decks, because they are relatively competitive, and they are both very different decks from each other. And this kind of breaks down what you want to do and the whole premise of it, which is great, and just kind of takes time to talk about the different things that go into the deck. So pretty cool. And then now we also have the new cards, which I'm just rather go take a look at them. All right, so we have the 18 promo cards. So we have some that we already know about. Obviously, the alternate reality Janemba that give all the Janemba in your battle area barrier, and then when you play it, you draw one, so it replaces itself. Plus, and okay, I understand the crit line, it does help quite a lot, but the other part of it is now the deflect Janembas, the 4-drops, aren't really affected by the counterplays, and I'm really trying to think. I don't think there is any, because the Vegeta the Cruel, the Gohan that bounces a 4 or less, the Champa, all choose. So now that the Janembas have barrier, and it also has deflect, they don't really get around it. So Denial doesn't do anything, and Preempted doesn't do anything. The only one that does get affected is the 4-drop AOD one. So honestly, this is not a bad turn 1 play. It may not be optimal if you play it turn 1, maybe turn 2, so that way you can play multicolor if you're playing that. But mono blue still is a thing. I mean, if you don't like options, that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm very in between in this card. I think the crit line is gonna help quite a lot. The Psyche Demon is not a Janemba card, so that's really the only thing that is not affected. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So I mean, just let me know what you think about that card. Every other card is we already kind of seen. This one is now the new target for the 10 drop. I want to say the 10 drop Gogeta, in which, yes, it is in you can play it in Ramp Shenron. You place the 2 cards at the top of the deck in the energy and ramp up that way. The issue with that is 2 things. One, you already have the Trunks that if you play on 6, it does get around most counter plays. Champa is the only one that doesn't, even if you Champa it, or if you do use the new 4-drop Goku on it, which would be a waste, to be honest, because you're going to be ramping to 7 and then you go Gogeta right after. You would still get the auto and then ramp to 7 after you play for 6. The issue with this one is that you have to wait until the end of the turn, and the second part of that is that you're placing 2 cards from the top of the deck into your energy, which you don't get the draw from the Trunks, and you thin out your deck, which if you're playing Shenron, and if you're playing Shenron Ramp specifically, you use a lot to use objection from your hand. In turn, you have to draw after. So when I played in Orlando, I ended up using Super Dragon Ball and Dragon Radar to draw more out of my deck, and majority of the time I ended the game with like 10 or less cards in the deck because I was just drawing so much and cycling through. With the Janemba meta, and as well as just defending yourself, you don't want to put yourself at risk into placing 2 cards from the top of the deck, because at this point you will be at 8, and then at the end of the turn, then you charge 1 to 9 in the next turn, and then you have to get to 10 and then world peace out the next, or the 10 drop if you want to do that way, or play another one of these, which this is 2 red and 2 blue, which is another thing if you want to hard cast it. So there's a lot of factors that go into this, and there's a lot of different things that you have to kind of consider, but at least this is a barrier card with a 25,000 base, and yeah, at least you can use that as a beater. I think the other one that got spoiled was this one, which is probably, like, if I had to pick a card in which people should have a playset, it would probably be this card. This one is a blue-red card in which it has energy exhaust, of course, and then an activate battle in which, yes, versus Kaba and things like that, it can be kind of annoying to deal with, but if you have a blue open or 2 blue open and 1 red, you should be in a good place in which you pay 2, 1 red and 1 blue, and then you choose one of their battle cards with energy cost of 5 or less and turn in the hand, and then you untap 1 red or blue, which this, I mean, like, honestly, like 5 or less is a huge range, which is why focusing on big boys like Hero Revived or Scientist Fu or whatever is good within the current meta. The only thing you have to think about is maybe Champa. And I mean, honestly, this is probably one of those cards. Like, this does a lot for you. It's a built-in sense of being for 1, well, technically 2, but you get 1 back, and then you get to stop an attack if they go all in onto those. So I don't know. I just really like this card. And then I think that's pretty much it from all the other options. If you take a look at the other ones, or the other reveals, but if you take a look at the other ones, this is a negate. Let's go Son Goku BR, which is pretty cool. Searchable with the new, well, well, not searchable, but yeah, searchable with the Gogeta, the blue Gogeta, and as well as pitchable with the red Gogeta. And you do get to negate the attack with 2, and then you choose 1 card from your hand and place it in the drop area. At the end of the opponent's turn, return this card to the out of your or your opponent's turn. Return this card to the owner's hand. If you don't pitch 1, I would imagine that stays there. I don't know how playable that is, but place this card from your hand into the drop area. Choose 1 Beku BR, Beku, not Veku, and Gogeta BR or Gogeta BR from the drop area and add it to your hand. So kind of another Whis, I guess. At least it's from the hand, and you know, Whis you have to combo with. So, you know. Speaking of Whis, you lead a card as a burst, and you send this card from the drop to your warp. Oh, okay. Choose up to one card in your life and add to your hand, and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it gains -5k power. So, Okay. Well, all right. So you send this card. Well, okay. So okay. I'm thinking that the activate main, and I have a hard time with this with initial impressions. I'm thinking that you activate main within your turn, and you send this to your drop to your warp, just like the new Goku ape that you draw to, and then you get to activate this, which is not too bad. You get to self-awaken and then minus a 5k, which with red, pretty interesting. And I think with the new red-blue stuff, it's not too bad of an option to try Beerus out one more time. Then we have the Hero of Advent. It's a blocker for 4. When you play this card, choose all your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 3 or less, and place it on the bottom of the owner's deck. Cool. This is actually a pretty cool card. Cool card in Shenron Ramp yet again, because it is placing stuff 3 or less at the bottom of the deck and kind of board wipes for that sort of thing. And you get a blocker for 20, and it's not too bad. I mean, this is a good option. Is it better than like Vegeta that you have to have sparking for? I don't know. And then we have preparing for battle, Broly. This is a green, but you have to pay 1 yellow. If you lead a card as a yellow Broly, you return this card, and you return this card to your owner's hand. Choose up to 1 Broly card with energy cost of 4 in your hand and negate the auto skill, and then play it. When you play this from your hand or drop, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and energy cost of 1 and KO it. They like that. They like the 1-for-1s. I think it's good. It's interesting that it says yellow Broly instead of green Broly. Like, would you play the Broly line with that? Probably not, but something to experiment with, I guess. This one's interesting because it's the Raditz, and then why is his? Look at his. All right, I'm childish. Draw 1 for every 2 non-black cards in your own opponent's warp. So warp, not drop. I mean, against overwhelm decks, probably pretty cool if it wasn't non-black cards. Like, I don't know why they always be just wilding out on my boy Raditz. It's not even my boy, but the boy Raditz. But it's kind of weird. Like, this is weird. But this one says choose 1 card from your life and add to your hand, and choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 1, and KO it. Self-awaken, KO something. I think that's probably the best bet for that one. Leader card is yellow. It's a Frieza. Play this card from your hand. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it costs 6 or less and negate its skills for the duration of the turn. This one's interesting because if there is, like, I mean, that's a huge range. Yes, it's not activate battle. It's not like the Frieza card. It's not like a Cold Bloodless. It's on your turn. It is a Frieza army, so I do like that. I would say if you need something to remove, yeah, like barrier or something like that, or like a continual effect like the Piccolo, that 4-drop Piccolo that KOs something every activate battle, maybe. But the thing is that this one says choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it costs 6. So since it says choose your opponent's battle cards, does that mean it doesn't get around barrier? But it is saying to negate its skills. So someone who's a level 13 judge, please let me know. Parry gets the 4 bearer. Okay. Leader card is a yellow Broly card. You place this card in drop owner. Wow. Drop from your combo area and then draw 1 card. So I guess it's just a draw. All right. Leader card is yellow. Oh, this is another one that got revealed. Your opponent has 3 or more energy. You can play this card, choose up to 1 blue Kale card, energy cost of 4 in a drop area, and negate its skills for the duration of the turn. Play in rest mode. And in the turn, place the battle card, play with this, played with the skill at the bottom of this deck. I would imagine that this is to get out the 4-drop Kefla or the 7-drop Kefla, and really nothing more. I don't really think there's anything else. I believe the other one is if you evolve on top of a Kale to clear board. So, yeah. Alright then. Demigra. Man, like, if you look at these texts, it's killing my voice. Activate main, burst 2, pay 2. When the card is a Demigra or Towa card, you place this card from the hand into the drop area. Choose 1 or 2 cards in your life, add it to your hand, and then choose up to 1 graveyard routine from the deck and play them. Alright, and then shuffle. So self-awaken, burst 2, I would imagine, because this wording is again a little bit weird, is that you place this from your hand into your drop after you pay 2 costs. because it is an activate main. It's pretty cool for Demigra, not so certain for Toa. I think, and you heard it here, that Toa can be an aggro leader, but I don't think anybody's really experimenting with that enough. But that's just me. We have Goten. So if you lead a card as a Broly card, doesn't matter which one, looks like, except for the Broly BR. When you combo with this card, choose up to 1 red extra card of the field. Oh, okay, so this one is the Dormant Legend one. And if you place your card, you choose up to 1 of your energy, switch to active mode. You have 5 or less, you draw 1 card. So that's pretty cool. It is a green-red, another one for that. Okay, another like if you're not playing the red Broly, like you're playing the regular green Broly, like green-red, which would probably be doable. Or any other Broly like the black one, you can probably use it. Okay, I dig it. I dig it. Oh my God, Yu-Gi-Oh text. Activate battle. Your leader card is this Masu. Is your opponent's turn. Choose 1. So choose up to 1 of their battle cards with energy cost 3 or less, placing the rest mode. And if you place it, at the end of your turn, you choose. Opponent chooses 1 of their energy and play. Oh, that's pretty good. Draw 1. Choose 1 of your opponent's 1 card in your opponent's hand, and placing it in their energy arrest mode. And then if you place 1 in their energy at the end of the turn, they choose 1 of their energy and drop it in the area. Oh, okay. So it's like, okay. I'm trying to see if this is good or not, right? It has a removal for 3 or less. It does ramp them, but then it takes it away. I'm not sure if that's good or not. Let's take a look at the red yellow baby. 80 auto play the card from your hand and lead a card as a baby card. I was gonna say Broly card. Choose all baby and brainwash, which is another characteristic that we're probably gonna see in the new starter deck for set 8. In your battle area and leader area, they gain 5k for the duration of the turn. Choose up to 1 opponent's battle cards or leader cards and negate its non-keyword skills for the duration of the turn. So those are autos. That's it. Autos and activate main. Like, yeah. Okay. All right. Anything that's not red, purple, or red, purple, and one other thing like counter, things like that. Green. There you go. Leader card is a baby card, and you choose 2 cards in your hand and place them at the bottom of the deck order. In any order, you combo and you draw 2. So this is like a quick shift for baby. All right then. I mean, that actually would be pretty good if they're doing it in which there's a rival like the King Vegeta one. This would be pretty cool. Like if you have King Vegeta and then you combo and then you choose them back into the bottom of the deck and draw 2. And then now you have the rival requirement for red yellow. It's pretty good. Here's the last 2. Super Saiyan Broly, green yellow. When you play this card, or when it's switched to active mode, so like the yellow Broly leader, you get to choose 1 of your battle card or their battle cards energy cost greater or equal to your opponent's energy and KO it. It doesn't matter which one, by the way. It says 1 battle card. Does not say their battle card. Hint, hint. Broly SCR. Draw 1. Choose up to 1 of the opponent's battle cards, or cards actually, not even cards, and just switch to rest mode. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. 6 drop, 25k, 2 energy. I mean, I can dig it. I can dig it. Wheeling Spirit, this one's pretty good too. Activate main, choose up to 1 of the Broly cards with energy cost of 4 from your deck and negate its auto skill for the duration turn. Play it, and then shuffle your deck. So for 2 yellow and green energy, you get to start the chain over again without actually taking life. And since it is for the turn and not their turn, you can go ahead and use the effect after on their turn. So pretty cool. Overall, I think this is just a really good value. They do go more into the stuff that I was talking about before, like the combinations on the strategies and announcements page. But honestly, that is the gist of it. I've spoken enough. I feel like I'm getting back into it and feels good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, dislike, subscribe if you're new. I love y'all. See you in the next one. Later.